Welcome to the Sparkling Clean bathroom video. I'm putting on my gloves here. It's my most important piece of personal protective equipment. We have a whole video dedicated to that. But what I'm going to do here is explain the Sparkling Clean bathroom, how we get bathrooms sparkling clean. We're at the Magical Bungalow, and the first thing that we're going to do when we get into a bathroom is get as much of the debris out as we can. So a lot of times guests leave things over. They did a pretty good job here. There's no soaps, things like that. They did leave some towels and things like that in the bathroom here, so I'm gonna get those out of here. Trash can, sometimes that has some debris in it. We're gonna get that out of here. And toilet paper. Nobody wants to use other people's toilet paper, so we get that out of here as well. And soaps. So these guys were here for a couple days. They used quite a bit of the soap, so we're gonna remove these. We're gonna refill them. When we get to the end of the bathroom, we will put them back in place. So I'm gonna do that there. And then the last step here is to pull out our trusty shark and vacuum the area. Vacuum out as much of the debris, hair, anything that we can do to get this easy to clean. So what you can see there is I first use the wide mouth part of the vacuum to suck up a wide area. Now I'm going to get even more fine-tuned. I'm going to put this needle nose on and get some of the other hairs that this vacuum just didn't get. And what you can notice there is the vacuum is kind of toned down, is I'm using this needle nose to get all hairs off of the toilet bowl, out of the corners. This is going to be one of the tools that makes this bathroom clean a lot easier. So now I'm going to do it to the vanity, and then what we're going to do is we're going to get to the next step. Great, so that won't be our final vacuum, that's our first vacuum. What we're going to do now is get over to the surfaces, and we're going to continue on here. So after we've gotten that debris and hair, most of it out as we can, we're going to start cleaning the surfaces. The first thing I want to do is use an EPA-approved disinfectant, and I'm just going to gently spray over common touch points, the vanity, the toilet bowl here. It's not my final clean, but what it is just a nice little EPA-approved disinfectant. And after I've done that, I am going to start with some glass. I'm going to start cleaning some glass. And what you can't see right here is the vanity glass, so it's no big deal. But all I'm doing right here is I'm cleaning the mirror where people stand in front of, brush their teeth, things like that. So we want to make sure we're getting all those spots off of the glass, that sort of stuff. Making it nice and clean there. And I'm going to start to clean, not all showers have glass in our bungalows, but a lot of them do. I'm going to clean the outside of this glass with a glass cleaner. Then I'm actually going to go inside. A common problem is soap scum. I'm going to show you how we deal with that and continue moving forward here. So we want to go top to bottom. Typically I am always wiping down. If we work down, things like hair, stuff like that, make their way down. I'm just going to get the other panel over here. I'm getting the hardware as well. I'm wiping down the hardware. Get the bottom of this one here. All right. So on the inside, a common problem that we run into is soap scum. All that is soap that dries on the glass, leaves some marks. It's very, very hard to tell from your angle. But what I'm doing is loading up a magic eraser with a little bit of water on it. And then I'm going to go in here, I'm going to knock this stuff out. Comes off very, very easy with the magic eraser. If we use other products, we can be scrubbing for a little while. But this shower door, the back side of it has quite a bit of soap scum. So I'm just taking it all the way down. Right there. This panel as well. So, the last glass here that we're going to clean is the soap scum area that we just wiped down with the magic eraser. So I'm going to get a fair amount of paper towels. We get back in here, give it a spray now with the glass cleaner, and again, just wipe this stuff down. And it might look a little streaky right now, that's okay. All right, that's the first side. Great, so we've started the surfaces, we've gotten all the glass done. Now I'm going to show you what the vanity, how we do that. Okay, so now we are at the vanity, you got a good view of that, and I am using Pine Sol right now, spraying the entire surface down, spraying the hardware, spraying the toilet paper holder, those kind of things, even spraying the paper towel itself, because things like this, these common touch points, this is a hand towel holder. We want to hit that. We also want to hit switches, things like this. You know, get that off there, test them out. So again, top to bottom, I like to make sure we get all areas of the hardware here. Sparkling clean hardware sends the message that we've done a really, really good job getting this place prepped up. Shows that we care, and that's going to always create more opportunity for people that we work with. Now sometimes on these hardwares, it's not always, but there can be some tight spaces, and a tool to help with that is a toothbrush. So I've wiped off the entire hardware now, it looks nice and shiny. Now I'm getting into the vanity, the sink basin here, and I'm wiping everything towards the drain, all the hairs, all that kind of stuff. There we go. And sometimes you don't get them all, so what I like to do is just turn on the faucet here for a second. We turn on the faucet, we can get those little pesky ones down in there. All right. And we can also test to make sure the drain is working well. Drain's not working well, we can report that to the property manager and make sure that these things are getting fixed and getting addressed. So all I'm doing now is I'm just doing a check on the faces, the cabinet faces of the vanity, wiping down the hardware, wiping down the rack, and we have the vanity clean. All right, so this is my favorite part of the entire clean, cleaning the toilet bowl, and I'm going to show you how we get our toilet bowls sparkling clean. Again, gloves work wonders. You simply are able to just get in there and do a better job. So I'm just spraying the entire toilet bowl down with Pine Sol. It already has the EPA disinfectant on it. I'm hitting the tiles first. I'm wiping off the top of the toilet bowl, wiping down the sides, and wiping it down. That toilet bowl hardware right there, making sure it's nice and clean. All right. And that's pretty much the top of the toilet bowl. Now I'm getting the top of the seat, the sides of the seat as well. And then this is a really important area right here where I'm pointing. This is behind the seat and kind of under that tank. So we want to make sure we get that area good. A lot of hairs like to hang out in that particular spot. All right, so we've gotten the surfaces done here. So we're going to go to the back of the lid. I'm going to spray that down, get in there. Sometimes these toilet bowls can look pretty nasty. This one looks pretty clean. Relatively clean. So now the seat, put the seat up, spray it. There we go. Now I'm getting around the whole rim right here with my hand. Again, having that glove on makes this super easy. And now what I would do is I'm going to use the Pine Sol. We're going to do this twice with two different products. So first I'm going to use the Pine Sol, and we're going to brush this. Get in there. You want to get under the rim. Got it. Now I'm going to flush the toilet bowl. Why am I flushing the toilet bowl? Because I'm going to test to make sure the toilet bowl is flushing well. We don't want to guess to find that out on their own. And I'm gonna continue with the rest of this toilet bowl down the sides, the back area, and right on the sides there. So I'm gonna clean the bottom of the bowl and I'm gonna clean right around the bowl. We're getting close to the end here. So you see here, I'm wiping down, and there's a lot of hairs that stick to these bowls. I'm getting in the back of the bowl, and now what I'm doing is I'm wiping around the side on the floor. Picking up a lot of hair there. Okay? I'm gonna do the same thing the other side. And lastly, to finish up this toilet bowl, I'm gonna check it. So I'm gonna take a brand new paper towel and we'll get it ready with some Pine Sol on it. And I'm just checking to make sure that there's absolutely no hairs. You know, we wiped down there, so we've looked. And I'm also going to put in this Lysol, this blue kind of bleach cleaner into the bowl. So on that test, on that last test, we finalized the cleaning of the bowl here, and we leave this in. We don't flush this. These usually have a nice smell to them, so now there's some nice suds in there. The bowl looks really good. The brush goes back into position, and you know, we're just checking. So I'm just closing up the toilet bowl. Right? Wiping it all off again, making sure there's no hair. Checking that back spot again. Checking the top part. Sometimes hairs fly, things like that. And that's it. All right, so we've made it back to the shower. We've already cleaned the glass. We got the soap scum. So now we're gonna get the tiles, the inside of this, make sure again there's no hairs. There's nothing disgusting in here. Make it nice and inviting for our next guest. So I have Pine Sol here. We've already put some EPA disinfectant. So what I'm gonna focus on right now is the hardware. I wanna get that hardware, and I also wanna get these shower inserts in the top right here. So it's gonna be a little bit of a wipe out that I do initially. I'm gonna wipe these things out. This is where people put soap and things like that. And when they put soap in here, naturally it sticks. Part of it sticks. So I'm just getting the top area over here as well, just wiping it down. Usually nothing up there, but making sure that there's no hairs, stuff like that. So you get a reload here on the paper towels. You can go through a fair amount of paper towels in every bathroom if you're doing a good job. Probably about a half a roll. So what I'm gonna do now is clean this hardware off. Again, just like the vanity hardware, we wanna make sure we're getting the hardware nice and clean, wiping down the face of it. You can probably see through the glass there. I'm wiping this stuff down. So once we've gotten there, cleaned out all the harder stuff, we're gonna get the rest of this enclosure. So you see I'm spraying down the tiles right there. I'm gonna pull out my paper towels. And there's a couple options here. I'll show you both. One is just to continue to use paper towels. The other is to use a squeegee. We can do that. And we just squeegee on down. But again, if there is something that we need a little bit more power with, the paper towels there too. So just continuing on down. Now there was some soap right here, so I'm using the paper towel to get that off. I'm wiping this towel bar off, hardware again, making sure it's clean. A little sticky there. And then lastly, in the shower, I'm gonna start wiping off this footrest and moving all the stuff that's in here towards the drain. And I'm using the squeegee to do that. Sometimes, but not always, there can be some growth of black mold that happens in wet areas. What we'll use is a bleach cleaner. Typically it's in the corners. So we just spray that in there. If you see anything that looks like it might need it, bleach cleaner will take care of that. Let it sit for a second. And the final step of this bathroom to clean it out, or have it fully clean, now that we've done everything, is to hose it down. So we're going to use the handheld here. So I have the shower diverter pointing to the handheld, not this rain shower head. I put it on hot and I turn it on. You can see it's on there. Hosing down the wall. Hosing down the front wall, the back wall. And I'm moving everything towards the drain. And that's it. That's a clean shower right there. Perfect shower. No soap scum, no hairs, no nothing. Here we're going to show you how we clean a shower tub combo. This is a very, very common scenario that we have at the bungalows. The other one that we showed you has a glass door. These are super simple. So by this point in a bathroom clean, you should have vacuumed out everything. Again, we're vacuuming out all the hairs, all the debris, getting rid of debris to make it clean as easy as possible. So I'm just going to show you that here. Okay, so I'm just checking the walls and stuff for hairs. It's very easy to pick it up with this tool right here. But now we're at step 2. Step 2 is to use an EPA disinfectant. Simply just spray that around there. Keeps viruses at bay. And then in the shower video, I also showed you the bleach spray that we use. We use this bleach spray a lot of times in corners. I'm going to show you right now. There's not much of an issue, but this is important if there's anything growing in the corners or if there's any mold that starts to, get on this thing right here. So I'm just spraying the corner with some bleach. It's a good thing. And then I'll show you this shower thing as well. So it has a liner and then it has the curtain out here. The liner sometimes can get some mold on it. Now this one's pretty good, but what I'm going to do just preventatively is spray a little bit of this bleach spray on there. That way when I turn on the shower, we'll hose this thing off. And we're just making sure that we are keeping any mold, anything like that at bay. I also showed you the magic eraser. The magic eraser can also be used for mold and can also be used for soap scum. We really don't have that scenario going on here right now, so just showing you that. And to round out this shower, I'm going to now clean the enclosure. So I'm using my Pine Sol. I'm spraying that insert right there, spraying that shower holder, and I'm spraying the hardware, all the hardware. Now I think in the last one I showed you that you could use a squeegee for this. I'm not going to use a squeegee this time, I'm just going to use a paper towel. And again, what you're going to see here is I'm just always wiping down. This won't take very long. You're just going to continue to wipe down. And then when we get to this shower insert thing right here, I want to just make sure we clean it out. Sometimes hairs get stuck in there. A lot of times soap scum gets caught in there as well. And we're continuing to wipe down, wiping that soap holder down. I'm getting the hardware here. Continuing to wipe down. Hopefully you didn't see that bottle right there. So I've wiped off all the hardware. And this little last section right here, just wiping it down. Wiping the top of this tub. And then any little last debris I'm moving down in there towards the drain. The final step here will be to turn on the shower, wash it down. So I'm going to put it on hot. Pull up the spigot. And then what I like to do is just take this head, spray it around the tub basin, that bleach area that we got. Also, if I want to get this right now, it's a good opportunity to hit it. Wash it off. Turn it off there. Just inspect it really quick, just make sure there's no hairs. And that is how we get a shower tub combo sparkling clean at the Swell Bungalows. So we are at the step where we're doing the final vacuum out, and we are cleaning the floors, and we're gonna put the stuff back in the bathroom, towels, soap, things like that. So again, I said when we started this wasn't the first time we're gonna use the vacuum when I started it. This is the second time, and what we're gonna do here is get any little hairs, get any hairs that we can find out of here. So now I'm gonna get down on my hands and knees, and I'm gonna do the rest of the cleaning here. Which, kind of jiggled the camera there a little bit. All right, so I've just finished that vacuum. Might not be the final one, I might do it one last time, but I've gotten most of the hairs out of here, and what I'm gonna do is get down on my hands and knees, Pine Sol, paper towel. It's the most effective way to make sure we get a bathroom sparkling clean. Nobody wants somebody else's hairs in the bathroom that they're using, so we're gonna get them out. This is a good opportunity as well to check the walls. Sometimes the walls will have a hair, something like that, that does get stuck to it. All right, I might bump the camera with my butt. I'm getting the last pieces right here. Floor is done. Sometimes this particular area right here, this is called the transition. Hairs, debris love to get caught up in there, and what we're gonna do is one little final needle nose to make sure there's nothing there. And actually, right now I'm inspecting myself. I see a hair in a corner over there. I'm gonna go grab it. Now the floor is done. Now it's just time to put back the soaps, put back the bath towel, hand towel, and those things. And this bathroom's done. It is sparkling clean. So now that this bathroom is cleaned out fully, we're gonna just restock it. We put toilet paper that is wrapped back on the toilet paper roll there. I've also changed the bag in the garbage can. That goes right next to the toilet bowl. And we've refilled the hand soap. So I'm gonna put that right here next to the sink. And we've also refilled the shampoo that we leave on site. And that's just gonna go right back in there. The last two pieces, hand towel. Hand towel goes in this ring right here. And this bath towel, I like to just hang it right there. This bathroom is completely done. The last thing you just want to make sure when you move out of a bathroom, when you've moved out of it, that you're just checking behind you, no hairs on the floor, those things. That's a great bathroom right there.